In this video, I will show you how to build AI agents from scratch and dive into one of the most exciting industries of the future. We will cover the basics of AI, what an AI agent really is, and how to create powerful automation workflows. Let's get started. So before getting into it, I want to let you know about the basic knowledge of how AI works. It's a basic way of teaching the computer how to think and learn. If you provide a computer with number of inputs and outputs, it figures out the pattern. For example, provided with the list of inputs and output. After it adapts the pattern, which, for example, we could provide an image of cats with different views and also label them as cats in output. We defined the AI who is in this image. We define it. This is how it gets trained. And then when we show the image of a cat and ask the AI who is in this image, the AI will know this is a cat and it will reply you with this is a cat. So the main brain of AI is the neural network, which is in the middle of input and output, which gets trained and can then think and make decisions. This is how every LLM, large language models, is trained. LLMs include ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Grok, Llama, and Gemini. Now, what's an AI agent? So AI agent, think of it as a smart personal assistant. It has the access to tools from which it performs tasks. AI agent is given ability to think and make decisions. AI agent is a smart helper. It is capable of doing smart things like understanding tasks, text, making decisions, or even chatting with people, all to automate tasks and make your work easier. So an AI agent consists of these important components: an input and output, a LLM model, a memory, a tool, and a system message. System message is where you write the prompt, the instructions for the AI agent to follow. So now you got an idea of what AI agent is, what an AI is. So let's get started. So for the automation, we are going to be using N10 as the tool or the software to create the AI agent. So why N10? Because this tool is a no-code tool. Anyone can use it without any background experience in coding. It has a user-friendly interface. It also offers 14 days of free trial, so you can get a better idea. Also, it has the access to multiple integrations, which are easily accessible to everyone. And integrations are the apps or websites on internet you want to automate with as a tool. They include YouTube, Twitter X, Facebook, Insta, Telegram, WhatsApp, Discord. You got the idea. So now we'll create an account. So now what we'll do is click the option for get started for free. Or here, you're going to fill your full name, your email address, your password, and your account name. And then start with the 14 days free trial. I'm expecting from you guys, you know how to create a new account over here. And now we could choose anything over here. It could be whatever you want. So I'm selecting product and design. What is the size of the company? Whatever. And no have use here or whatever. Hear about from you too. Yeah. Hit submit. And form. I could skip this. Yeah. Now let's go start automating because it's ready. Workspace. So yeah, here when you enter, this is your workspace. This is GWork, my account. And you could see over here, this is the add project menu where you get that projects start from scratch, or you could also do a templates work and where you get the access to templates and you can change, do your own bits on that template. And you can access templates over here where you are shown the communities. So now this is the admin panel. And over here, if you want to make it to a dark mode, you go to settings in order to change it from light to dark, because few people prefer dark mode. I prefer dark mode over here. Save that and yeah, come back. And now over here, we are going to start from scratch. So now, guys, you are in your canvas where you're going to create your workflows. And yeah, everything is going to be done over here. You can add whatever you want. So now first, this is known as execution, where you'll be shown the history of workflows you'd create and execute it and how they are running in the real time. You could get the whole history over here. And in the editor section, canvas is being shown. This is the save button. You could save whatever the workflow you created. There's a share button. This is my workflow where you can edit the name of project. So I will write project 1. Yeah, and then turn it. And now this is the add tag where you are going to label your project. So in case I will show you if people will work a lot with multiple workflows, if they have continuous workflows over there. So in order to filter out which workflow you need to open, you could just label them with tags. So over here, I'm going to write test1 as my tag. Yeah, enter. And now you can go over there, refresh the page and see this is the test one. And over here, you could just go to the filter option. At the top right, press the option. And now you could just see the test one option, the tag. And if you have multiple workflows, you could have like filter out your workflow, the project you wanted to work on. Come back to the canvas. And now we start our workflow, the first automation. And now here's the trigger manual. Trigger manual is basically what starts your workflow. It's just like a switch, a light switch. When you turn on, the old light turns on, so it gets turned on. So this is same. The workflow gets turned on, the workflow starts. So yeah, we have multiple options. We could do trigger manually, or we could do forms. We could do a chat message as well. And yeah, there are multiple options, but I don't want to confuse you right now. So first, we could just see if we click over there, it gets green. And this shows the trigger is working. Yeah, so I will delete this right now and go to add the chat message right now. So this is the chat message. It's going to be a chat trigger. Basically works same exactly like that arrow trigger, the mouse trigger, but it works with chat. So when we open the chat, if you type like anything hi, it gets turned. Yeah, you can see it gets green and this is working. The node is successfully executed. So now let's delete hi chat. And yeah, let's add the other part of the workflow. So over here, let's press tab on the keyboard to open the options. We're going to search for AI agent over here. So we will write the agent and yeah, over here, AI agent. We'll press the option and this gets opened. See, there's an input and there's an output. There's a tool agent we have selected for now. This agent is called tool agent. There are multiple agents. You can get conversational agent, a tool agent, and multiple others. But right now we are focusing on just a tool agent because I don't want you guys to get confused. So over here, you could just select any of the agents, but tool agent work really well. Conversational agent is a bit different. You can see SQL agent, React agent, and other agents if you want to do that too. But yeah, for conversational agent, it's like a chatbot used for chatbots. You could, for companies with like their own customized chatbots, they use conversational agents and it really works well. Gives great results. The one which is the tool agent, which we are going to use, is mainly used for tools. We provide the agent with the tool and it has only the access to tools. So it uses the tools only. And now we'll go to, now this is a source for prom users message. This is the user message, which is coming from the chat trigger, which we attached for the previous node. You could see you could also define below if the workflow workloads really huge, and you could define if you don't want the input coming from the previous chat node, you need from some kind of other nodes. But yeah, for right now, we are going to execute from the previous node, which is the chat message trigger. And this is the user message link. You can say this is written in a JSON code language. It's the chat input. It gets automatically defined that where's the input data is coming from. It's coming from chat input. So yeah, it's basically that. And right now we are going into, this is, you could see the chat model, memory, and the tools. And right now we are adding the chat model because we need to make the AI agent get alive, because AI agent is not going to work right now. It doesn't have a brain to work with. So over here you could see there are multiple chat models. There's Anthropic, DeepSeek, Gemini's, Grok, Twitter's chat model, Mistral, Llama, and there's a ChatGPT, OpenAI. And for this video, we will use the OpenAI chat model, because OpenAI chat model really works well with the chatbots, specifically with the chats. Go over here. We are going to, there's a ChatGPT-4 mini, which really is a great model of OpenAI. It's a really great LLM model for the chatbots, as I said. And now over here, we are going to add credentials. People usually go to top up their balances over to OpenAI's ChatGPT and also go to DeepSeek and other LLM models. But over here, I'm going to let you know where you could do this alongside me by just going to a site where you could get a free $1 access to LLM model. So yeah, and we'll use that. So right now it's not working because we require credential, and create a new credentials over here. You get an option for, so we require credentials to be written over here in order to activate this chat model. So where you can see we got the options for API key, the base URL, and the organization ID, which is optional. We do not need that. So for the API key and base URL, we're going to head to Google. So yeah, in Google, you can search for Open Router, and yeah, set the option. And over here, you can create your account. This is a website which has access to multiple LLM models, a really safe website. So if you're not comfortable of giving your sensitive information about the cards to the official websites such as ChatGPT or DeepSeek or whatever other LLM models, so you could use this, and you head to the sign in, and you can sign up with the Google account of yours, and yeah, and you can just agree to the terms and services. And over here, now, as we logged in, you're going to search for LLM models. So you can see there are multiple models over here. And you could have seen the QWQ. This is a Google Gemini. There's an Claude 3.7 Sonnet, which is a really great model for coding. It's a really new model came up. And there's a 4.5, GPT 4.5, and it's a new model too. So over here, we are going to search for 4.0 mini, which we are going to be using. We're going to use this model because this model is really affordable, cheap. You could see there is a $0.15 for a million input tokens. For tokens, the basic idea is how whenever you write a prompt or give a task to the AI agent, the charges for what task it does through tokens. So whatever balance you top up, it basically charges them for whatever task you want to execute or work on or automate. So the prompts which you are writing, you need to write them precisely or in a calculated way so it doesn't charge a lot of tokens for you. We could have for a whole nother video about tokens. If you guys want that too, you guys can let me know in the comments section. So I'll do, we'll go to API section, click the option. Over here, we are going to click the create API option, and then yeah, create the key, and we are going to name anything you name it. I'm going to name it test 1, and let's create it. So here I have my API key. You could just copy it. Please do not share these API keys with anyone. If your API key gets shared, leaked, the person could use a balance which you topped up. You could use that API key to run anything with the chat models, which are LLM model. So now we are going to copy our API key. You can see the clipboard option over here. You're going to press that. Now we are going to head to N10 over here. Let's Control V, paste it. And for the base URL, you could go here, cross this. Let's go back. And yeah, on below, if you go below to the API section, you could see there's a base URL written over here. You could just copy the URL and head to N10. And yeah, paste over here. And yeah, if now you go to save, the credential is successfully created. Now we can easily use this model, cross this. Now we just need to define the chat model, which we are using the LLM model. So we are just going to open Router, and on the top of the page, you could see there's a model written, and there's below, which is written, which is one mini. We need to copy this using this clipboard option and head back to the N10. And now over here, you could paste. You could paste over here. Sorry. Yeah, we have pasted it. Select that. And yep, let's click outside. And now you could see the chat model is now done. We have the credentials. Let's type something in the chat to show you guys. The chat model is activated. We'll write hi. No response. So what you could do is go back to your chat message received, the chat trigger. Over here, you can double click over there and here make the chat model. And to do that, delete this and show message. And yeah, now we write hi, and you can see, yeah, it's working. Hello, how can I assist you today? So yeah, over here. Now what you could do, you could see the chat model is working successfully. So now what we'll do is going to attach the tools for what we are going to achieve today. So our aim with the video is to create an automation tool for calendar at the chat. So we are going to search calendar over here, and yeah, you can select this calendar tool. Yeah, this tool, and you can see the options over here. So first, same as the model, given the credentials, we have to give the credential to the Google Calendar for the Google Calendar app. Now I'm signing with the Google. Select all, continue, and yeah, the connection is successful. And over here, screen and cross this. Now, over here, you could see the tool description is set automatically. Don't change it. The resource is events. You have the option for a calendar, but we are going to create an event on the calendars by giving the instruction to the AI agent. So yeah, so we are going to create an event. So we are going to be selecting the option of event. For the operation, we are creating it right now. We are not deleting it, but you could delete it, or you could even get many. You could also search in the calendar, the AI agent in search if there's any event in the calendar. But yeah, for right now, the get many is different, and yeah, custom API. Yeah, so now we have selected the create option. Then over here for the calendar section from list is going to be the option, and select to calendar. We are going to be, yeah, this is our email, and let's start. And yeah, you could see here's the current time. It's using curly brackets, and yeah, it's defining the time for the calendar, the start time, and this is the end time. If you define anything, but with there in the chat, we're going to press this AI agent option. This AI agent option defines everything automatically. The AI agent takes the responsibility for coding or letting the calendar know where to receive the input from. So yeah, it's basically that. Let's open the chat, and right now you could just write book an event, a meeting for today at 5 p.m. So you could see meeting. So the meeting has been fully booked for today at 5 p.m. So you can view the event. So now let's head to the calendar and let's see if the meeting has been booked for today. And the meeting hasn't been booked for today. So the meeting hasn't been booked because we haven't defined the time to the AI agent. So the time over here was defined to the calendar. AI agent doesn't know about time. What time is it, or what is he going to do? How does he know when to book a meeting? He haven't defined any kind of time. So over here, we are going to add system message, which I told you earlier. We give the set of instructions to the AI agent where we write the prompt. So the user message will observe you are getting the input as I told you. So head to the system message. You can click the option. Yeah, your helpful assistant. And let's go to expression. Let's maximize this. And you can see over here, you could write a prompt. So right now, it's by default, it's written your helpful assistant is the agent is an assistant for everyone. And yeah, we are going to just let him know what kind of assistant you are. So it's basically involves prompting. You guys could also let me know if you guys want a prompting video, because prompting is really crucial for an accurate result. Prompting is really what defines your agent. There are multiple structures for a prompting, and we use a lot of different methods for prompting, which we could do multiple. For right now, what we'll do is enter hash and overview here. And yeah, enter, and the hash, you're going to write over here, hash role. You're going to define the agent's role of what he's going to do. So let's give him the brief idea of how and what we need to let him know. So your role is to schedule a meeting and events as per the user requirements. And now we could just go down and also add hash again. So now hash, and you will write tools. We are going to define the tools. So which tool? A Google Calendar tool, which we are using right now. And for this, let's copy the main Google Calendar. Get we here. Let's maximize it again. And yeah, enter the main Google Calendar and a dash. And we are going to define it. Like use this tool to take an action for scheduling, meeting, and events. Full stop. And now over here, we are going to write the conclusion, hash again, and conclusion. We're just using hash for it just looks presentable and easily readable for the AI agent as well. Over here, we are just going to use the current time. We are going to define the time because the AI agent doesn't know when to book it. So use this current time in date, and we could use JavaScript code, which could be curly brackets, and let's choose chase now. Let's use now $sign and now. And let's add dot. So for right now, if you go to your right side, if you could see for now, it's like it's defining the time. Right now, we could use the format because we want to write the time in the format, date of birth, and yeah, it's basically a date, a way of writing date, and it's 2025, 36. And yeah, over here, we could use now again. You could stop over there, but I'm using it to define the time. I'm just going to delete this all from inside that bracket. And we could use T. We could enter T, which is going to define it as time, TT. Let's try just T. And on the right side, you could see, and the results are that it's written the date and the time. So now the agent knows what's the date and what's the time. These are just the basic things that you need. It's just a basic knowledge. You don't need any kind of coding power, coding techniques need to know. So now let's search over here. You're going to enter to the chat, schedule a meeting for tomorrow and by 5 p.m. and let's enter and see the AI agent that's working. It's created the event in the Google Calendar, and it shows the March 7, 2025 meeting has been scheduled for 5 p.m. And yeah, let's head to the calendar, and yeah, you could see over here it's 5 to 6 p.m. We have successfully scheduled the meeting, and you could see there's no title right now, but you could see how it just books, give a task to book an event by today by 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. And you could see it's again using the chat model. So right now, we'll head to the calendar and you could see it's booked for 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. So you could see how it's working, how it's booking the time with just a simple prompt. The AI agent gets to know what's the current time, what's the task to perform. It uses the tool. That's the basic general idea of how AI agent works. In order to learn few more advanced techniques of how we could just add titles to the bookings or the meetings, we have added in the chat in the calendar. We'll be creating that. So right now you can't delete the bookings because we haven't created any tool to define that, to make them know from which tool to delete those, because it's just saying that how to delete them. It doesn't perform that operation. So that's the basic thing. It's no over here, no title through PM. So yeah, if you guys want to watch how to add titles, also how to add attendees, how to add other peoples to your meeting, how to let them know to also get into meeting, schedule a meeting with them, and how to delete these events or meetings in the calendar by just letting the AI agent know, just watch the next video on how to do that, because it's going to be really simple. You will get the idea of how to use a calendar tool completely. Thanks guys for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe our channel, support us with that, and also do let me know in the comments of what kind of automation you guys want to see in our next videos. Thanks.